No, you wouldn't.
Any big takeaways from you from Saturday's scrimmage? Now that was kind of a big step for this team in camp.
Well, I would say I took away the fact that the kids are really competing. As you guys watched, we had a lot of guys out there on the field, and there's a lot of great competition right now. I feel like there may be some changes in the depth chart in the next, probably week, based on what's happening out there. And I hate to say who yet because it hasn't happened, but there's a good likelihood that some guys will beat other guys out, and you guys will know as soon as I know.
Well, I won't ask you who, Randy, but what position groups are you sort of looking at those battles, those competitions
Boy, I'll
that
tell
are
you
jumping
what,
out?
all three of them, there's great battles up front. We have probably 7 guys that I think are competing to be starters in the first 8 guys. So I'm very pleased there. At linebacker, you guys know we have pretty good experience. We have a lot of fifth-year guys, but those backups are coming along. Very pleased with that. And then, the secondary, it's a revolving door of guys making plays. So it's a matter of who's going to be the most consistent guys who are going to play.
What is that competition doing for your defense?
I think it's making them a lot better because every day they have to come out and compete, and that is a testament to the recruiting, and it's a testament to the way the kids are coming out and competing. Sometimes guys get happy with being a second-team guy, and our guys are not. They're trying to compete to be a starter, and that's what we encourage. That's what we are on their case about, and I'm very pleased they're doing.
What have you seen from Paris Ford after 11 days?
Well, Paris has probably had in the last 3 days 5 or 6 interceptions. So he's a guy who makes a lot of great plays, and we're looking just for consistency out of a young guy like Paris. Paris hasn't played a lot. The more he can play, the better he'll be. The better he'll be, the more he'll play.
Randy, were you able to get one from 8 today yet?
1 from 8.
Get an interception from Pickett yet?
Oh, that's a great question. I really don't pay attention. They're all in red to me. But we had several picks, so you'll have to ask those guys because I'm sure they keep track of it better than I do. But Kenny's a tremendous quarterback. He makes great decisions. So if anybody's difficult to get one from, it's certainly Kenny.
Is Paris one of those guys who, when you go down, you grade each practice, you grade the scrimmage, maybe not everything grades out perfectly as far as assignments, but then you start getting those production points and you find that those are the plays.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. He's a guy who makes some big plays and then makes some things that are just inexperienced that happen. And sometimes you can liken that to my first year coaching James Harrison. Sometimes there's great play. So that was kind of my first year with him. And obviously as he became a more experienced guy and paid attention to detail more, he obviously was a great player.
Can you tell the James Harrison story to Paris?
I have not, but he knows I coached him. I probably should. That's a great idea.
How has Paris handled taking some touches on offense while he's playing on defense?
I haven't seen anything to think it's been a problem. He's certainly a good enough athlete to do both, and I'm sure he'll do that. You'll have to ask Coach Collins as he's with him more than me as far as, if there's been any change. But from a D coordinator standpoint, I've seen no problems whatsoever.
Who are some guys that have really jumped out at you this camp compared to what you saw in the spring? Maybe even surprise you a little bit, open your eyes and say, well, that guy's really turned it on.
Oh, geez, I tell you, just many guys come to mind. Mathis, Brightwell, Elias Reynolds, Twyman. I could go on and on. I'm just so pleased that the kids are competing, and I hate to single anybody out because we have that many guys. I could go on and on about it, but the guys are just competing and giving us all we want. So, like I said, it's just great competition right now. I'm really pleased with it.
What's it mean to have a fifth-year guy like Quentin Virginia's kind of in the middle of your defense with so much experience?
Well, Quentin is still learning, as you know. He didn't play last year, and so, he has to knock some rust off too. But boy, he's got all the tools to be a great one, and if he can just continue to get better at the things that he's missed for a year, to be a tremendous. But it is a great help to have an older, experienced guy.
Randy, what kind of hand did you have in Chase Pine moving down from linebacker to DN for right now?
Well, that was a staff decision, but ultimately it comes to Coach Narduzzi.